In a world where silence often screams louder than words, a boy named Ayan lived unseen, unheard, and misunderstood. His small village nestled between mountains and murmuring rivers had no space for dreamers. People spoke with tired eyes and measured words, weighed down by routines that had long lost purpose. Ayan was different. He asked questions not out of rebellion, but out of wonder. Why do stars disappear when the sun rises? Where do broken dreams go? Why do people only listen when you've become someone? These were the seeds of his lifelong journey. His father, a farmer with cracked palms and a furrowed brow, believed respect was earned through endurance, not inquiry. Work hard, stay quiet, and people will leave you alone, he'd say, never realizing that leaving Ayan alone was the most painful punishment. At school, teachers echoed the village's silence toward the unknown. Ayan's essays, filled with metaphors and philosophical questions, earned red crosses in sighs. His classmates laughed when he spoke of distant galaxies and invisible emotions. He was a boy made of poetry in a world built on practicality. Yet he kept writing. He scribbled stories in the margins of textbooks. He watched the stars while others slept. His voice, though ignored, grew stronger within him. He read books no one else touched, listened to speeches in languages he didn't fully understand, and kept a notebook titled The World That Listens. Years passed. Ayan left the village with nothing but a bag of clothes, his notebook, and a heart full of dreams. The city overwhelmed him. Towering buildings, constant noise, and crowds that didn't care if he existed. He worked odd jobs, washing dishes, delivering newspapers, cleaning office floors. But every spare second he wrote. He poured every drop of his invisible existence into pages. Pages that bled truth, longing, rage, and wonder. One night, he posted a short story online titled The Man No One Saw. He didn't expect anyone to read it. But by morning, the post had gone viral. Comments flooded in from strangers who said they felt seen for the first time. A publisher reached out. Then a podcast invited him to speak. Then came television interviews, university lectures, standing ovations. The boy who was once unheard had become a voice for the unheard. People listened now. But it wasn't because he had changed. It was because the world finally recognized the value he had always carried. He hadn't written to be famous. He had written to feel real. And that honesty couldn't be ignored forever. Fame brought its own battles, jealousy, exploitation, expectations. But Ayan faced them with the same integrity that once fueled his lonely nights. When asked in interviews what advice he had for young dreamers, he'd say, "People only pay attention to what you say when they see value in you. But don't chase their attention. Build your value in silence. Let your truth ripen like fruit on a quiet tree. And when the time comes, the world will find you." He returned to his village after 15 years. The same people who once dismissed him now gathered in the square to hear him speak. His father, older and softer, sat in the front row with trembling hands. Ayan looked into the crowd and saw versions of his younger self in every child's eyes. He began, not with a quote or an introduction, but with the same question he had asked as a boy. Why do stars disappear when the sun rises?